Hi, and welcome to Anne's Family Recipe. Today we're going to bake chocolate chip cookie pie. This Tollhouse Cookie pie is my mom's signature dessert that she makes for every holiday. We always go back for an extra slice of this one, and it's super easy to assemble. It's also a nice departure from the traditional pumpkin or apple pie that you might have on your Thanksgiving table. I'm starting with 2 eggs in my large mixing bowl, and I'm just going to whisk those together. Next, I'm going to sprinkle in 1/2 cup of flour. And I also have 1/2 cup of granulated sugar and 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar. You can use light or dark brown sugar. Dark is just what I had on hand, but I think it's going to give it an extra rich flavor today. And then we just whisk that all together. Next, I'm pouring in 2 sticks of melted unsalted butter that I allowed to cool a little bit. And we'll incorporate that. The last ingredient we're going to add to this incredible concoction is 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. So I'll sprinkle those in, and I switched to a spatula for this because sometimes when I use a whisk to incorporate the chocolate chips, they kind of get stuck in between the wires. So I thought this would be easier. Plus I love my fall spatula with the little leaves. Makes it extra festive. So we'll stir those in. And then, you know what makes this really easy? We're gonna use a pre-made pie crust. So I have that over here on a baking tray, and it's always good if you're baking a pie to put the pie shell onto a baking tray, just in case anything spills over the sides, then it won't burn at the bottom of your oven. So all we have to do is pour this mixture into the pie crust. I want to mention too that this is a deep dish pie shell. You can just get a regular pie crust or deep dish in the freezer section, and I always get the deep dish, especially because this is kind of a gooey liquidy filling and you don't want any to spill out over the edges. My oven is preheated to 325 degrees, and we're going to bake this pie for an hour. While my pie cools, I'm going to make some fresh whipped cream to put on top. I'm just going to make a little bit today, but you can definitely increase the quantities because you're probably going to want whipped cream for all of your Thanksgiving desserts. So I'm starting with 1/2 cup of cold heavy cream in this mixing bowl, and to it I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon or 2 of powdered sugar and a little splash of vanilla extract. So I have my whisk attachment on my hand mixer, and we'll get started. So I'm about halfway through the whipping process, and I'm going to sprinkle in my powdered sugar, and that's something you can add to taste, whether you want the whipped cream to be really sweet or not too sweet, and then a splash of vanilla extract. And then we'll keep whipping it up. So my pie is cooled and ready to go. I'm going to cut into it and see what it looks like on the inside. So I'm going to top this with a little bit of whipped cream. I'm going to give it a taste. You have to make this, it's so good. Oh my goodness. It's almost like a cross between the cookie dough and then the cooked cookie. It's like really gooey inside. It has a little bit of a caramely taste to it because of the butter and the dark brown sugar. Oh my goodness, it is fabulous. And it's really excellent with the fresh whipped cream on top too, because as funny as this sounds, the whipped cream kind of cuts through the richness of the chocolate. It's light and sweet. It all goes together so well. Definitely make this for Thanksgiving or for any celebration coming up, or just for a weeknight dessert, because it's that good. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen, and I'll see you again soon for another Thanksgiving recipe.
For the full recipe, check the description box below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen.